Hello, little listeners. We cannot believe the amount of support and just everybody messaging and listening in and writing to us about the experiences that you've had with products and your own personal journey. And we just want to really say thank you for being here and for going along with us on this journey, because it is so lovely to see a little community being built on people who have similar ideas and thoughts to us.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
The response has been amazing.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
So many different countries.
I know.
It's incredible. So
one of my friends sent me a picture to say that her sister was listening in Australia. Little shout out.
And I saw someone in Switzerland.
Oh yeah, that was another person that another friend. That was my friend Charlotte. Another little shout out.
So that's really, really good. So first we are having a little pod party today, aren't we?
Party.
Cheers to you. Oh, that was a good clank.
Yeah, well, wasn't it? Okay, cheers. Because I said that we would arrange pod party.
We would. This is a good day as any to have a pod. Every day is a good.
5 episodes in. That's okay.
So, how was your week?
Okay. I didn't mention last week that I got a haircut.
It looks incredible.
Well, it's just a bit shorter than normal. But I went for it.
Still a big step, though.
Next
as a woman,
yeah,
it's a big step.
I would just, how it is effort washing your hair.
And then drying.
Then drying.
And styling.
Yeah, so.
And repeating.
It's a bit more manageable, which is good. I got stuck in London.
Oh, trains.
Yeah, trains.
Yeah.
So I got home a lot later than I wanted, but that's okay. But it's been busy. It's been miserable. We've had another storm, haven't we? Yeah. So it's been okay.
So I had a parenting fail this week.
Oh, why?
So Grace loves to build puzzles. And so I went to the farm shop with her. They have this play area and they were playing. And I decided to buy her a new puzzle. Had 9 pieces in it. 9.
Right.
So I was like, great. This is beautiful. Had a little digger on it. She was so excited. Came back home and I'd taken out all my old toys. And she completed a 54-piece puzzle.
What?
After I bought her a 9-piece puzzle. So she's already at the stage where she's completing.
You're insulting her intelligence.
And I wasn't going to put it like that, but absolutely. I just felt like, oh, okay, you are so much better than. So, I packed away the 9-piece puzzle and every day, twice a day, she has built this 54-piece. I don't know if she's rubbing it in, but that was my parenting fail this week. I highly underestimated my daughter's ability.
Love that for her.
She proved me so wrong. So your challenge this past week has been to find a product that is toxic. In your makeup.
So,
were you shocked?
Well, when I got looking at all the products that I use and then went on EWG, I mean, yes, it's quite interesting. Doesn't mean I'm going to chuck everything out straight away because it's expensive.
Oh, you can't. Yeah.
But I did bring my makeup bags along.
Oh my goodness, please show me.
So, but the one thing that I have actually looked further into, which I do use all the time, is a setting spray. So I use the Airbrush Flawless setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury.
And a setting spray you put on right at the end.
Well, I also put it on, it's primes and sets, this one.
Oh, okay.
So I put it on before makeup, and then when you put your makeup on, I also put it on after as a setting spray.
Okay.
So I really like this. I really do like this product. I I couldn't actually find this one on EWG, but I did find other Charlotte Tilbury products. So I went away, because I use this one all the time. I went away and looked on EWG for something that had a better rating. So I found one, which I have ordered, but it's not come yet.
Okay.
So when it comes, I will use it and then come back and let you know how I'm getting on. But I have ordered Milk, which is like MILK.
Okay.
Makeup Pore Eclipse setting spray. So I bought it off Cult Beauty. It's about £34. It's got some great reviews and it's rated a 2.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm going to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Although I do still like using this one. But some of the other Charlotte Tilbury products, which I do use, like their, again, Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Love this one. I use the neutral, so number 3. Big fan, but it was rated a 6.
But there are products from Charlotte Tilbury that are a 1, 2,
Yes.
3. So maybe it's just about looking, if you love that brand, looking at what else do they offer that would be a lower rating.
Yeah, 100%.
And then just seeing if that works for your skin.
Yeah, because I also, another favourite of mine, again, Charlotte Tilbury seems to be the... I love their unisex healthy glow. So it's a... can't get words out today. A tinted moisturiser.
Okay. Instead of foundation then.
Well, no, I will put foundation on top, but it's a good base rather than... So if I'm going out, then I use a foundation on top, so you get more of a heavy coverage. But then every day I'd probably use the...
So like if I was going out to the garage then?
Then yeah.
Right.
Why? What happens in your garage?
When you like to know. You said going out. I don't know where. I'm a
Yeah,
mom. Like where
out,
would I?
like out.
Oh, partying out.
Yeah, not that I go out much.
Okay.
But, you know.
Out into the garden.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'll let you know how I get on with the new setting spray.
Yeah.
So that's my challenge. Sort of completed.
Okay. So this week's dirty word was makeup. And we're going to look at all things, why things are toxic within makeup, what have we found out, and what are the alternatives that we can use.
Should we have a drink?
Okay. Absolutely not.
Nice. So, where do you want to start?
I think at what toxins are actually in makeup and why does it matter. So I think the first thing is to understand that on average, research has shown a woman will use 16 products before she leaves the house. Beauty products, not just shampoo and all that. Beauty products, 16
So like
beauty
your makeup
products. Yeah.
Well, then I could definitely, I bet. So if I did that one,
Okay.
so 1, then I would get my moisturiser.
Yeah.
Then I would probably use a concealer
Okay.
as well. Maybe a little sponge.
Okay.
I'm not actually an expert makeup putter on.
No, your sister is though.
Yeah, she
so
is.
This is coming highly recommended.
Then maybe use the foundation,
Okay.
the Flawless Foundation. Then I'd probably also go for the perfecting powder. So you put that on to take away any shine.
Okay.
Then I'd probably also use a bronzer.
Okay.
Then a blush. Right.
So we're on 7 products.
So then also eyebrow pencil. I've got eyebrow gel, but I haven't got that with me.
That's 9 products.
Also, I'd probably use highlighter.
10.
I've got mascara, but that's not bad because you bought me that one because when you went on your haul.
Right, so you can throw everything else away and then...
And then I'd probably have a lip liner.
12.
Then lipstick.
13.
But also might do eyeshadow if you're going out. I don't really do eyeliner, but that's another one potentially.
14, 15.
Um,
Setting spray, you've got
well,
there.
I've got that, but then I'm doubling up.
You're not putting on eyelash extensions, which
No,
could be
maybe if like I'm
something.
going to a wedding or something like that, but
Yeah.
not every day.
Okay.
So
So you're almost there.
yeah, that's so yeah, probably.
Amazing.
There you go. So I am one of your.
So you're one of the 16 that they researched.
Yep.
So 16 products before we leave the house. And then if we're looking at toxins within those, we're having up to 82% toxins, just in mascara. So when we spoke about toxic load in our very first episode, we spoke about reducing that and how we just want to reduce what we put on every day. And this is such a great, if you're using 16 products a day.
You're calling me out now, aren't you?
If I'm just talking to the general public, if you were to use 16 products a day, then isn't that a really great place to start to reduce the toxic load in your body? Because it's not something that you use maybe once a week or once a month. It's every day.
Although to be fair, I don't use everything every day. I do, if I'm working from home, then I will try to not really wear much or if any makeup. So I do try to do that.
Yeah.
But I will. The thing is, I don't want to stop using everything, but I'm prepared to, when they've run out, because makeup's expensive, look for an alternative that has a lower rating. So I'm reducing the tox load.
Yeah. And that's why we're here, reducing the toxic load. So in terms of toxins, we have formaldehydes, which is the embalming chemical. So we have that in our makeup. And then we have a quaternium 15, which releases formaldehyde, which has been linked to things like cancer, skin irritations, and it's found in blush and mascara. And then not so much anymore. But if you are buying online, be just very careful when you're buying anti-aging creams online, because they do still contain mercury. And then we have phthalates, which we know damage kidneys and the nervous system and are endocrine disruptors. And then lastly, the forever chemicals, which have been linked to cancer. Now, what blew my mind when I did my research on this was these forever chemicals is the non-stick coating that we have in our cookware.
Okay.
And it's also what sticks together chipboard. And that is what they put into makeup.
Really?
Yeah, same thing. Because if you think about it, non-stick coating, mascara, waterproof, and long-lasting. So the longer lasting something deems to be, the possibility is that it has more and more of these chemicals to give it that property.
Interesting.
So those are the chemicals that we find, like we said last week, big endocrine disruptors, big skin irritation. It was so funny. I was talking to my sister this week. Shout out to my sister. I was talking to my sister this week and she goes, when I put on mascara, a certain mascara, she's now switched, but she says, when I used to put on mascara, it would just burn. But if I left it long enough, it would stop burning.
Really?
And I was like, if your makeup or skincare is burning, take it off. It's not supposed to be there. Your skin does not
don't think it's meant to do that.
No. Pain, like beauty hurts, but not to that extent. So yeah, it's actually insane if you think about how many toxins are. Why is this not regulated?
I don't know. Marketing, maybe?
Yeah. So these are my makeup products.
That is a large collection of 3 products.
So I won't even really use this. But when we get into what we are using and what we've switched out, I have 3 products. So I wasn't joking when I said I threw out all my makeup. I didn't have 16 products, but I had more than 3 products.
So maybe we should talk about what products you've got in front of us.
Okay. So foundation is something I always use. So I found this really lovely foundation stick from Bobbi Brown, which you just...
It's like a hard, solid foundation, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a lipstick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
and then you just use a brush to
Do you
put
like
it on.
using that one?
I would buy this every day again. It is so lovely. It is so smooth.
What colour are
And
you wearing?
this is a cool beige.
Okay. Did you get that one online? Or did you go into the shop?
I went into the shop
Okay.
in Milton Keynes, and the lovely lady there helped me
Yeah.
to match it. So this is really lovely. I'm so glad I found this, and this has a very low toxin rating, so I'm very happy with
What
it.
rating is that one?
2.
Okay.
So I'm very happy with this. And then my mascara is the one that I bought in Ireland, which is from the Honest Beauty Company.
I'm a big fan of this, actually.
It's so lovely.
It makes my eyelashes really long. Honestly, really, really long.
So it's got this like
It's got the primer, hasn't
primer on the one side, and then it's got the tint on the other side, and it's just so lovely. So I've been using that, and then when I found that, I also found the tinted lip balm.
I quite like this as well. It's not, you're not wearing a lipstick, but it's quite a nice.
Yeah, it's not a heavy lipstick,
No,
is it?
so you can wear it every day.
Yeah, so this is non-toxic.
Yeah.
So
They're EWG verified, aren't they?
yeah, so that's really great. So those are my products. So I think
It'd be probably quite good, actually, maybe if we can go through. What are you going to say? You're going to say something?
I was just gonna say lipstick.
Mm.
I found such an interesting thing. So in World War II, Winston Churchill didn't put any restraints on production of lipstick because he declared an essential morale booster for women. So the British government couldn't stop or made production a priority, categorized it as a priority production to uplift the spirits in difficult times. How powerful
Wow.
is this lipstick
If that comes
balm?
up in the quiz. Christmas quiz.
I just thought that was so random.
That is random.
So that's
Interesting.
the power of lipstick.
But actually, there's some interesting bits about lipstick, isn't there? Around the many toxins in certainly lip gloss.
I think lip gloss is really
Also,
highly
it's
toxic.
really annoying. It's really sticky.
I don't like
you
it.
know, like when it's windy and you get your hair stuck in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, horrible.
I really don't like it. So, if we go through all the categories of makeup,
Is that what you want to do? You want to go through the categories
so that people know what to buy,
we can give them some options.
some options.
UK brands, or not UK, where you can buy it in the UK, because a lot of the products on EWG, when I was having a look, they're quite they're not UK based, or you can't buy them in the UK. So it'd be good to go through some alternatives that you can buy here.
Yeah, and I also looked for something a little bit beyond UK borders as well, just to give our listeners some ideas of what to use. So if we start with foundation, so I obviously have this Bobbi Brown stick, which is a very low toxic rating, the skin foundation stick. Then I found the NARS. Is that the concealer that you have?
Yes, I think actually I have that. It's a great, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and
So-
I wear the light Madeline.
So the complete foundation from NARS is also a good option. Then we have the number 7, which you can buy at Boots, I believe. They have a medium perfect pressed powder, which is a low toxic rating.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of a pressed powder.
I don't use a powder, but I
No.
don't know if there's listeners that
Okay.
prefer powders.
Yeah.
And then there's the Maybelline New York Perfector 4-in-1, which is also quite a common brand, which also has a very low toxic rating.
And if you're on a budget, they're not too bad, actually.
Yeah, totally. And then the last one I have here is from the MAC Studio Fix powder, another powder, but also low toxic rating. So those are options in terms of foundation, because I also think sometimes that goes all over the face. So that's one of them. So that's really what I have on foundation. Then going into concealer, Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer is a really low toxic rating. But
Are all of these under 4?
under 3.
Oh, they're under 3. Okay.
Yeah, they're either a 1 or a 2,
That's
or they're
good.
verified.
That's really good.
Yeah, so I just didn't want to go more than that because obviously you get more options. The higher the rating goes, the more options you get. But I thought if we're going to go with low tox and swapping things out, then this is probably the best to go. So I've also got a brand called Iconic London
Yep.
Seamless Concealer, which is also really low toxic rating. So I think what I found was there's good in many different brands, but not all the things within a brand are good.
Yes, that's similar to the Charlotte Tilbury bits. Some of them are higher rating, but some of them are low.
Yeah.
So you just got to
choose if something
choose
comes
bits
up.
and bobs from different brands.
But you do that anyways when you pick out makeup. You don't go and buy a full collection from.
Well, I seem to have done.
From.
I don't know why. Just happened. I think what happened was I was one of them. I was one of them customers that they literally did their full makeup on me when
and
I
then
went
you
into
took
store,
everything.
and then I was like, yeah, I have that. And what price are we up to? Okay, just add that in then. So then it ended up coming away with everything.
That also looks really great. Yeah. But that's, it's okay. It's just if you are going to be swapping out things, maybe look at that one product and go and do your research on it and see what is in it. If it has any phthalates or formaldehyde or parabens in it, then probably stay away from it.
So are those the main ingredients that we need to be looking out for?
Absolutely, yeah. So eyeliner, Honest Beauty has some really beautiful one. Then there's a brand called Olmay, which you can buy on Amazon, which is also really cost effective and very low toxic rating. And then there's a Kylie Jenner.
Oh, really?
Her line has an eyeliner, a gel eyeliner, which is also quite a good rating. But those are accessible brands, especially online. Now, blush, I found quite a few. So number 7 powder blush, also very good. And then Huda Beauty. Have you heard of that?
Yeah. Yep, Huda Beauty.
Have you used it?
No. Well, I've stolen my sister's and used hers before.
Okay, we'll just cut that out of the podcast because she's going to know now where it's gone.
Yeah.
So they have a Kiss Glow blush, which is quite good. And then Bare Minerals.
Oh, yeah. I used to use Bare Minerals all the time, actually.
So they've also got some beautiful options.
They, when I was having a look, they've got a setting powder.
Okay.
Translucent setting powder.
When would you use that? After everything?
Yeah.
So instead of the setting spray, you'd use the setting powder.
It takes away kind of the shine.
Okay. Mascara is difficult. Mascara, there's a lot of the main ingredient here in a lot of mascaras is the formaldehyde, and that's the burning that my sister felt in her mascara. So just I remember the first time we came on a family holiday to the UK, we were on a tour group and there was this air hostess who was with us on the tour, her and her husband, and we're looking at some souvenirs in a souvenir shop, and she says to my parents, can you please read this? I don't know what the price says. And they read it for her and she says, it's because her eyes were just watering, and she says, oh, my I've been told to stop wearing mascara because it's making me go blind, but I'm an air hostess, and I need to look pretty, so I'm just going to carry on wearing it. And her eyes were just streaming with tears.
Cool.
And now looking back, I often think of that now, that we look into these things, and I think she's probably just damaging her eyes so much with the toxins repeatedly putting it on. Because you do get those mascaras that you can actually just layer, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's so close to your eyes, it's just
absorbs it.
Yeah.
So, Rimmel London Kind and Free Clean Mascara. Then there's a Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus Essence. I love Extreme Volume Mascara. Number 7 have a Stay Perfect, which is a 2. So there are options out there.
Mm-hmm.
But like Jess and I have said, this Honest,
it is really good.
This is not a paid ad. We just really
yeah,
just really love this mascara.
What did your sister swap out to?
She swapped out to the Essence, which has a sensitive range that she started using. Not quite a 2, but it was much better than what she was using. And she said it stopped her eyes from burning. So it's a success. And
That's
that's
great.
when, because we're reducing, right?
Yeah.
Eyeshadow. I don't hardly ever use eyeshadow.
No, like I would probably put my bronzer on my eyes.
Oh, that's
As
true.
eyeshadow.
So there's some beautiful ones from Iconic London, some eye pots that are only 2. And then number 7 again, they've got some
Number
really good
7 seems to
options.
keep coming up,
It
doesn't it?
does, but it's also an accessible brand. You just go into Boots. So that's also a good one. Iconic London, easy to get. Yeah, and then the highlighter, I've only got Revlon
Okay.
from Skin Lights. Have you found any highlighters?
To be honest, I haven't actually looked at the highlighters. But although probably the one that I use. Should we have a look now?
Yeah.
So I use a Laura Mercier highlighting powder. Let's see if in rose gold. Let's see if that one's on EWG. Let's see what it's rated. I've had quite a few people send me WhatsApp messages of them looking at their products and they find it really interesting. Some of the ratings. I've even got my friend Nicole, again, shout out. This is a shout out pod.
It's just because people are starting to have these conversations with us now. So
she's actually created a spreadsheet from a haul.
I
that
love
she's
the
done.
commitment.
I know. It's great.
She should share that picture with us so we can put it on our Instagram. So Bare Minerals has a bronzer, which is a Forks Tan bronzer, which seems to be a good rating.
What rating is that?
2.
Okay.
So
Well, that's a bronzer. It's not a highlighter.
they have a glow highlighter, which is a 3. So it's also low.
Bare Minerals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
So just doing the research there in terms of what you, because if it's not something that you use every day, then it's probably okay. Right, lipstick is probably the most difficult one to do because there are just so many toxins in lipstick. So I'm just going to read a list here of options. Honest Beauty, 100% pure. There's an Inika Organic, Gabriel Cosmetics, True and Luscious, Kylie Cosmetics. Just have a look though. Like we say, not everything within a brand is low toxic. So just make sure that you
And
go
also
and have a
some
look
of
at
the
that.
brands, although that brand may be good, a certain colour might not.
Yes. What depends on what color they put in.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
Do you want another fun fact?
Yeah.
So the Egyptians obviously were the founders of makeup.
Were
And
they?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Cleopatra.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So that babe, she used coal for the first mascara, coal, honey, and crocodile dung.
What?
Crocodile dung and honey and coal. That was
Mixed
the
it up.
ingredients for eyeliner.
Wow.
But less than
Natural.
toxicity. 100% organic.
Wow. Okay.
So there's
I
really
don't think
some.
I'm going to be trying that.
I have to find a crocodile first. So there's some really great options out there. So just as our makeup finishes, we're just taking a deeper look into what is out there and then swapping it out. And I found that the things to remove makeup, which we're going to go into next week when we're going to look at skincare, are really effective, and there's some great low toxic options there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So is there anything else that we need to kind of discuss around makeup at the moment, other than maybe people to get out their makeup bags and have a little look at their products?
And tag us in it. Tag us in the pictures of your makeup bags so that we can start a conversation around this.
And we will put out a little comment box, but it would be really good if you find any alternatives.
Yes, please.
Send them in, please, because we're very keen to get alternative. Well, I certainly am. Like, and you need to build up your makeup bag again. So that would be great. But I also wanted to discuss some of the questions that we've had in, which is quite exciting because we've not done questions before. So was it episode 1 or maybe our pilot, we spoke about washing detergent.
Yes.
So how Grace experienced a rash and you swapped it out after doing lots of research. So one of the questions that we've had in was, what washing detergent did you switch to?
So it's a company called Laundry D,
Okay.
which I swapped out to, and so far so good. So I haven't had any problems with it, or it not. Sometimes when you go organic, then the stains don't come out or anything. It's not as effective. And when you're swapping something out, you still want it to be as effective. So that's what I switched out to.
Where did you get that from?
Online. So you can get it through Ocado, online ordering. But if you just pop
Probably
that
on
into
Amazon as well, won't it?
probably, just pop it into Google.
And you have also tried making your own.
I have made my own. I currently have some.
Okay.
That
What
I made.
ingredients are in that then? How do you even go about making your own washing detergent? Because I wouldn't know where to start.
The power of the internet. There's so many great recipes out there. And I was looking for non-toxic ingredients. So I was trying to get as low toxic. Some of them are, some ingredients have a bit of a toxicity rating, and that's okay, but I'm still not putting in pure chemicals. So I did some borax soap, some pure Castile soap, so a bar of Castile soap. I think I did half a cup of borax, half a cup of or a bar of Castile soap that I just grated, and essential oils, and that's it. And it's worked great.
That's good.
It took me about 6-7 minutes to make. And I know we're talking again having the time, but then I also say that when people meal prep.
Yeah.
You're prepping for the week ahead.
I suppose it's a change.
It is a change.
You've got to make sure you've got the ingredients. Like, I see nice recipes that I want to make, but once I've got the ingredients in front of me, it's actually really easy.
Absolutely.
So if maybe we can send out the recipe for the washing detergent, can't we, on our Instagram? Okay, great. So also, we had a nice response saying, "Love your work, ladies. Just binge listened to all 3 today. I've got a bit of an issue with fairy liquid. It's not on the EWG website, but I know it's toxic because my eczema blows up. And I remember seeing it has a picture of a fish with a cross through, which is on the back. Anyway, I'm just watching telly and I saw the fairy liquid advert has a literal cartoon baby in it advertising the product. That just feels so wrong. I bet it says keep out of reach of children. Anyway, thought I would share. Look forward to the next one." So what do you think about that? Because that is pretty hypocritical.
I mean, it does take us back to what we were saying right in the beginning. Why are you locking up your things in a cupboard, taking them out to wash things, and then putting them back in the cupboard and locking them up? It's the whole mentality of locking it up, putting it on my surfaces, on the dishes I'm eating from. Yes, you rinse them, obviously. Are you sure all the residue is off? Putting them on your floors where your pets and your children run, and then locking them back up in the cupboard. That mentality has to change. Now when I clean the bathroom, I don't care if Grace is there. She takes a cloth, she plays in there while I'm cleaning. It doesn't matter because I'm using vinegar and bicarb. Yeah. So it's not the first time that I've heard of an eczema reaction to washing up liquid, but certainly then you have to go and look for those alternatives.
So just on that then, so it was Ellie who sent in the message, and she also said that she tried some alternatives and she's using E-Cover.
Okay.
And safe to say that my skin is a lot better for it.
Oh, fantastic.
We'll definitely start looking more for looking for other products. So what do you use?
Well, I don't hand wash my dishes, so I
suppose that's not going to impact your skin if you're putting anything in the dishwasher.
But it's interesting because if it is causing a skin reaction, and you know that by me not washing, I won't know whether it actually is irritating me internally, right, when I'm eating from it or handling it. I don't know. It's not the exposure.
It's not coming out as
No.
a reaction.
Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that there's no reaction.
No.
It just means that you're not covered in welts or it's going all red. So I just think pure Castile soap is so underrated. So I think
So where can you buy that?
Online. Holland and Barrett have it.
So it's pure
Castile soap.
As in steel. STEAL.
STILE. Castile soap. I use it as body wash.
Does it smell nice?
Well, you can put essential oils into it.
Okay.
You get baby, which has nothing in. But why aren't we not using all the baby products that are for sensitive, non-fragrance? We should be using that. I had someone contact me from Scotland who was listening in, and he said, "Oh, tell Grace I also react to laundry detergent. So since he was a baby, he's never been able to use anything that has fragrances in because he gets really bad skin reactions." And I'm like, maybe we should all be using for sensitive skins, because our skins are sensitive. Whether we break out in welts or not, we're still having that reaction to the product.
Yeah, interesting.
So those are really good questions.
So if you've got any more questions or any feedback, because we want feedback because we're still new to this podding malarkey, because I think I'm going to call it out, but we didn't do a dirty word on episode 3. So we just need to make sure we write better notes.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, send us in any recommendations, any questions.
And please tag us in what you're doing. If you're doing a spreadsheet of your shopping haul, please tag us in it. I'd love to see it. What a great idea. So you can just keep a record of what is in your cupboards. Because I think we need to stop selling ourselves short. So your friend who's doing the spreadsheet, she actually cares about her body and her health enough that she is taking it seriously, and we should be taking it seriously, because why are we selling ourselves short? We have this one beautiful body that we were given that we need to take care of and that we need to invest in. So go and put in that effort. Go and create that spread. I'm not going to create that spreadsheet because I need to use Excel then, but a piece of paper, absolutely. And invest in yourself. Take the time to invest.
That's interesting, because I listened to a pod today, and it was actually talking around a lady who'd been diagnosed with breast cancer. And long story short, she was basically looking at alternative foods that she could eat that hadn't been chemically sprayed, didn't have pesticides on, that she's ingesting into her body. And also she's removed sugar. And actually, similar to what you've done, everything has added sugar in. And she's done all of this because she was diagnosed with breast cancer. But why is it taken for something so awful to happen for her to make a change?
I think that is truly just a point I'm so passionate about, is preventative healthcare. And I think I would just love that is my stance in my personal life, is prevention is better than cure. So cutting out sugar for me is not because I hate chocolate or I hate sugar. It's because I'm taking preventative measures. That doesn't mean Grace is never allowed to eat chocolate. It just means that I observe what I put into my body and what the quality is of products that I put into and onto. And I think it is why does the diagnosis have to happen before we go and look for other options? Let's look for those options now. Let's do ourselves justice and love ourselves enough that we now already go and invest in that type of process, because if you don't give your body the time now, it's going to demand it at a later stage.
Yeah, it's just about making those small changes.
Absolutely.
Super. Good.
So, challenge for this week for you is to go and count your plants in your home.
Okay. Does this include Keith?
Well, we've only named him Keith for now because we're still waiting on the final results from the names. But yes, it does. It's a live plant.
Okay.
So
I will count the plants. And dirty word for next week is skincare.
Skincare. We cannot wait to discuss it. And if you are listening to this, send us on your suggestions if that is something that you've looked into already.
Good. So
we have a favor, don't we?
Please subscribe to our little poddy on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. But please send us any questions to our Instagram.
Great. And we will see you next week right here back with Jess Liesel and onto skincare.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.